Hello everybody, my name is Rainy Angel and welcome to my channel, Rainy Angel in Spirit. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the controlled out-of-body experience I had using the AYDA Method, Protocol 1. The AYDA Method stands for Awaken Your Dormant Abilities, and anybody can do this. The way that I learned was through Darius J. Wright, and you can find the details on how to achieve this method on his website, dariusjwright.com. Okay, so this out-of-body experience happened when I was taking a nap. I have a lot of out-of-body experiences when I'm napping, surprisingly, because, you know, I hear that it's easier to do it at night when you're sleeping, you know, in the deepest sleep, but I think everybody's different because I have had a lot of success in the middle of the day when I'm napping. So, to start off, I just had this knowing or confidence that I was going to come out of my body and it wasn't going to take a long time. So, you know, I went into the protocol 1, stayed aware as my body fell asleep. And in this experience, I didn't have to go through any sleep paralysis. You know, there are some times where I go through sleep paralysis and it takes longer, or I just exit as my body's falling asleep. I don't know, I guess I'm just really relaxed, and my body is just so relaxed, and the magnetic pull isn't as strong, and my soul just tends to exit. There's like a little window there where it's like, whoop, I'm gone. So this one, I came out within 15 minutes, and the way I came out was, a lot of the times before exiting, I feel this like floating sensation. But this time I did not feel that floating sensation, but my soul eyes were open. I had my sleep mask on, but my soul eyes were open, and I usually can see through the sleep mask because when I really activate my soul eyes, like there's a way that I do it. I look very intently, like I intend to look through the mask, but this time I don't know why I didn't do that this time. I just was kind of like, I don't even know. Sometimes I don't remember all the thoughts that are going through my head while doing this because it's just I'm trying to get out of my body and leave the room. But so I just had a sense that there was a disconnect. I didn't really feel any floating. I just had a sense. And I lifted up my right arm and I felt a pull and my arm fell right back into my body. Lifted my soul arm again, fell back into my body. This time when I came out, the magnetic pull was actually kind of strong, to where I fell back into my body. It was like, here's my soul coming out, sucked back in. Here's my soul getting further out, sucked back in. Further out to my door, sucked back. I can't even remember how many times I fell back, but I pushed and pushed and pushed against that magnetic pull. I finally got out. I came to my room door. Normally I walk right through my room door. This time, I don't know. I think I was in a rushing sort of state. Like my mind was kind of rushy, and I wasn't focusing enough on, like, just, I could have focused enough and I would have been more successful and more effortless. But it's funny because I think it was because I was rushing. When I came out of my body, I still had my mask on. I'm like, what is this crap? Like, what? No. Like, and so I kept trying to take it off, but I couldn't take it off. It was weird. And then finally I got it off my face because I went down the hall a little bit, exited through my back door. I opened the door and I finally got the mask off and I like threw it in the grass or something. And earlier that day when I was awake, I saw my sister and her boyfriend come in with a bunch of laundry. They were doing laundry and they had baskets of laundry, their blankets and stuff. So when I walked outside to my my back steps, I saw baskets of laundry on the steps and I saw a bunch of laundry just like hanging on the railings, and I'm like, that doesn't go there. Like, you know, but I was like, I know that was manifested in my space due to me seeing it earlier in the day. And for some reason I tried to like walk down my back steps, but the railing went all the way around. Like I couldn't get out, and I was afraid to jump over it because I was like kind of afraid that I would hurt myself. And then for a split second, I kind of forgot, like, oh, you'll be fine. You know what I mean? I'll be fine. I'm not going to hurt myself. Just fly over the dang fence, fly over the railing. And I think I finally climbed over, and then I got sucked back into my body. So the second time I came out of my body, it was much easier. Came out, walked down the hallway, out my door, down the hallway again. This time, down the hallway was my daughter's room, and her door was open. When I passed that doorway, the open doorway, I got a tingling sense of fear that there was something in that room. Like, it's this, when you sense things on the other side, it's very strong a lot of the times. And this fear I was feeling, it was like coming from the right side of my head and like my ear. And it feels like this tingling, like, fear sensation. I was like, as I'm walking past the room, and because I've been facing a lot of fears, I've faced so many fears here and on the other side, I didn't give into it there. I walked past the room, didn't even acknowledge the fear, and I kept on going. And this time I went to the left into my kitchen. There's a window, and I jumped through the window. I opened it and just jumped through the screen. I just jumped through. And I was outside. It was cool. I was outside. I was like, nice. I love going outside when I'm out of my body. And once again, I still had my dang sleep mask on. I don't know why it kept sticking to my face. And I was like, okay, I guess, I'm walking around and I see like little things around the mask, like my environment and like my surroundings, in little like parts of the mask. And I could have sworn I saw on my sidewalk, like I crossed the street, and on my sidewalk where my house was, I saw a cream-colored wolf staring at me. But it wasn't scary at all. It was like I kind of saw it at the corner of my eye, and I was like, is that a wolf? It was like a cream-colored wolf just looking at me, just chilling. Like, not even like a threat or anything. It wasn't scary. I was just like, oh, cool, a wolf, And he looked very friendly. He was just kind of had this like stoic look on his face, just kind of looking at me and watching me. I don't know if that could have just been something in my dimensional space that I manifested, or could have been a separate entity or another spirit. I don't know. So at that point, I fell back into my body. Like I said, in this experience, I fell back into my body like countless times. Sometimes it happens like that. And so this time, this is where it gets really cool, and I was getting somewhere with this, and I'm still not even really sure what it could have been, but I ended up back in my bed, and I said, you know what, forget my room door, I'm just gonna exit through the roof, because I kind of wanted to, I don't know, I felt like flying. And what was I trying to do? I can't remember exactly. I was just trying to exit through the roof. I'm just like, screw this. I'm just going to hover right through the roof. And I started hovering above my bed. But it was so funny because as I'm hovering, getting closer to my ceiling, the ceiling's getting taller. Like, as I'm going up and up and up, my ceiling's getting taller. And my ceilings are not tall, okay? And it turned into this vaulted ceiling, which aesthetically I really like. Like it was at the peak of the roof or something. And I noticed to my right, as I get closer to the ceiling, I see like a little shelf, like a white, like mini shelf with some sort of figure or picture frame or knickknack of some kind sitting on the shelf. And I can't remember what it was exactly, what I was seeing, but I kind of saw it and looked over and I was like, oh, that's cool. It was very vintage looking. All of this, at this point of hovering and going up into another room, everything was very vintage, like 1940s, 50s-esque, like a coquette looking as well. Very coquette. So as I finally get to the roof, or I finally get through my ceiling, and as I'm going up into my ceiling, I see a whole nother room. It was so cool. Like, it looked like a little girl's room. Okay? It was very coquette, very simplistic, minimalist. There was like not really much in there, but the reason why I say it looked like a little girl's room is because it was a really small twin-size bed. It was a bed meant for just one person, and it was very low to the ground. It had like a white bed frame, wooden white bed frame, And it's funny because I've seen this room before in a vision I had while doing the method protocol 1 in like a few nights ago, or a few nights before this experience. And I saw this room from a different angle though. I saw it from me sitting on the bed, and what I saw across from the bed was an old cedar chest that you would put like knitted and quilted blankets in. It looked very old, and my mom actually has this cedar chest that I saw, except on this cedar chest it had a big heart sort of carved into it. And once again, I'm like, am I just seeing this because my mom has something similar, or is this a potential past life, like a room from a past life of mine? Because I've also been, at this time, I was intending on accessing a soul record and accessing a past life, just any past life, really. But this time I saw the room from a different angle, from you know, the bed. And the reason why, the way I know that this was the same room is because when I came up and started coming up into the room, I looked to my left and I saw that same cedar chest. It was a big chest, same like color. It was like a light wooden, like a light wood color. And I just remember I was like, oh my God, this is like the same room that I saw in a vision the other day. It could just be a dimensional space. For all I know, it could be a past life. I don't know. Still trying to figure that out. And, you know, at this point, I think I finally got up into the room. My whole body was in the room, or just about, and I felt the magnetic pull so strongly. And I was like, no. And I just like had this look on my face, like reluctantly just fell back into my body. I was like, okay. You know, and as soon as I fell back into my body, I woke up and I got up and, you know, went on about my day. But I just thought it was so interesting how everything was just, a lot of things on the other side for me personally and in my dreams is vintage, because I love the vintage aesthetic, mainly between the decades of the 40s and 70s. And a lot of times when I come out of my body, I see those giant old TVs with like the knobs on them and everything. And in my dreams, I see them too. Like I'll be in my dream, like watching some weird movie, but it's on those like big wooden, old school 1950s TVs. And I think it's so cool. I love it. Yeah, a lot of old vintage things in my out of body states. And I love it because I just love those things. And it's cool that when you come out of your body, you get to experience all the things you love, you know, aesthetically. Like, you don't need to buy it. You just think about it and it's there. Like if I wanted to have like, I really love ice boxes from that time. So like a lot of the times when I'm here and I'm awake, I consciously think like my fridge is going to be an ice box. So when I come out of my body, I'll see like an ice box or something, like a blue ice box from like the 50s. So yeah, that was my out-of-body experience. That I probably had that one a couple months ago, 2 or 3 months ago. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was fun, more fun towards the end, because I finally got the mask off my face. But at the beginning, I was like, God, I can't get the dang mask off. Like, why is this here? This never happened before. I think I just had to focus more and not rush, you know, don't rush the process. But at the same time, you want to get as far away from your body as quickly as possible. So sometimes it's like, it could be a little chaotic or stressful, but I got it down for the most part. But yeah, that was my out-of-body experience. I appreciate and I'm grateful, and I'm very proud of myself for all of them that I have, no matter how long I'm on the other side, or, you know, because once you do this and achieve this, it becomes easier and easier as time goes on. And it's also always good to take breaks. I like to take breaks as well. Otherwise, I kind of stress myself out a little bit. Like I you know, I don't like to do it too much now, because I finally gotten to the point where I exit through sleep paralysis, or I exit randomly, and I don't feel like I have to stress so much about that. It's just, I finally got that part down, so I don't practice it as much as I used to. I probably do it like 1 to 2 times a week. And yeah. So yeah, that was my experience, and let me know if you guys had any out-of-body experiences in the comments, and we could talk about it. Alrighty, you guys have a great day. Bye.